This is the kingdom of Nasfordan, a land of mystery, magic, and adventure. Throughout this world are scattered 7 Redathium swords containing magical properties. When joined together, these swords will become a source of unlimited and indestructible power. However, a dark presence also haunts Nasfordan, a mystical being known only by the name of Galgorath. He too searches for the swords as a means to dominate all life in the kingdom and obtain unlimited power over all who reside there. His search has led him north of Nasfordan to a small town nestled in the woods of Astra. Upon learning the inhabitants knew nothing of the swords, he unleashed his rage and burnt it to the ground. And I was the only survivor. I have now traveled south through the forests of Nasfordan to track down Galgorath, avenge my village, and destroy him once and for all. This is the kingdom of Nasfordan, and this is episode 1 on the Wraith SMP. Well, I've been in these woods for several days now tracking Galgorath, and still no sign of him, but my senses are telling me I should go this way, that there's something in this direction that could help lead me to finding Galgorath. It also looked like there were some signs of life in this direction. I noticed, yeah, there's some sort of structure here, and that is very interesting. That could be a sign that Galgorath is here. Well, there's definitely something going on here with this crystal. I'm not yet sure whether or not it's Galgorath, so I think I'll just set up camp for now and do a little bit of research to figure out what I can find. I think this is what's been drawing me to this area, this crystal here, and I'm not sure what it is, but we'll find out. I have to find out. There's someone in the distance. That's the first sign of life I've seen today.
Heck is that? Let's mob him. Hey! Hey, you! Hey! Hey!
What's going on? Who are you? Who are you?
Hey! Hey! Hey, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
How'd you find this place? Explain yourself. I'm just protecting this. You don't need to know about this.
What is it?
You tell me who you are.
I've been searching these woods for someone who burned down my entire village, and this is my first clue, my first sign of life I've seen in 3 days. Something about this crystal. It's just been calling me towards it. I'm not sure what.
You gotta stay away from it, I'm telling you.
No, this is my only clue to finding Galgorath. I need to find him.
Galgorath. Galgorath, you know of Galgorath?
Yes, he's the one who burned down my village.
Galgorath burned down your village? Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You gotta understand, I'm very protective, I guess I should say, over this thing, because let me tell you, this right here, there's a ritual done, and the people that did this ritual, they died doing this ritual, and they trapped Galgorath's soul in this crystal.
This is Galgorath. Here, he's here.
Yeah, this is Galgorath's soul, and I got a message from my friend before he went and actually performed this ritual, and he said it can be undone, so that's why I'm so protective of this, and I have not had time to figure out how to hide this thing so that nobody could ever, get to it. According to this lore, the swords are scattered throughout Nasfordan in dungeons and things, and protected, so we've found 2 of them actually, so I know this is true. I got to introduce you to the rest of my group. 3 of us have already died that came here, but there are some left.
So these swords you mentioned, I think I've read about them. I've been doing a lot of research, like you said, into Galgorath and how to defeat him, and that seems to be the only way.
Yeah, I think it's true. For now, I really want to just find a way to try to hide this, or at least build something around it so that hopefully nobody could get to it. What's your name?
Hyper, what about you?
Hyper, nice to meet you. I'm Jefferscraft, but most everybody calls me Jeffers.
Jeffers. Well, it's good to meet you. Good to finally find an ally. Like I said, I've been here looking for a while for any sign of life, and you're the first person I've come across.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I have extra gear at my house. It's a long way, but if we can get onto this rail system, this railroad, we can take a ride to my place, and I can give you some gear. I can show you around. Okay.
All right, I'd appreciate that.
Okay, perfect. Let's go. Follow me. Okay, there's Savvy's old place. So hey, Hyper, this is my friend Savvy's old place, and he's unfortunately one of the ones that died. So just so you know, if you need a place to live, this is yours. You know what I mean? If you want.
All right. Well, I appreciate the offer.
But let's continue on. Do you have a rail cart?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I see it. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's go.
Well, I'm not sure yet whether or not we can trust this Jeffers. He does seem to be on the same side as us, but he did know an awful lot about Galgorath for someone who shouldn't have any reason to. So I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on him, but at the same time, it is good to have an ally in this fight against him, and it sounds like they've already started a plan to destroy Galgorath forever using these swords. So that should definitely be our priority at this point. In order to destroy Galgorath, we have to find the rest of these swords.
Here is my house. We have made it. I'll just give you a little quick tour. This is my little humble abode here. So I hate to bring up a sore subject, but did they kill your family too?
Yes.
Did Galgorath?
Yes.
Your whole village?
Everyone in the entire village. I was the only survivor.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You really have a reason to want to do something about this. You know, we have yet to have even figured out what Galgorath really is. To us, he's basically a god because he was destroying us. We couldn't even hurt the guy. So this is my little place here. Let me get you. Let's come down here in my storage area and let's get you some stuff here. So let me give you some wings. So let me give you a chest plate. I don't have pants, but I'll give you some boots. It's up in my room. Oh no, I'm sorry. I think the pants. I don't have boots, but you can have these pants. You can definitely go to Blaubart's. Get some unbreaking, you know, once you get some diamonds or something, he sells books, you can get unbreaking and mending for the elytra, which is the necessity. So
all right, perfect.
But that should get you along a little bit. So I'm glad we have found another ally here in this crazy fight. Hopefully, you know, everybody else you meet, they're gonna be happy to see. I'm sure they will. They will. I mean, I don't know why I even say that. I gotta be honest with you, I kind of worry about Cronkers a little bit. He's a nice, great guy. He's good to have in a fight, but power kind of gets to him a little bit. So
really,
just when we get these swords, I'm trying to keep it so that we keep them separated. Like each one of us has a little bit, you know.
Does everyone know the location of the crystal?
Cronkers does, yeah. I think Nelly, and then yeah, Blaubart does, yeah. But I trust Blaubart. He's one of my greatest allies here.
Well, this Jeffers guy seems like a pretty good guy, and this other friend of his, Blaubart, he said he trusted him, and if Jeffers trusts him, then that is good enough for me at this point. I will definitely be sure to keep my eye on the other guy, Cronkers. He said he might be a little suspicious. He said power sometimes gets to his head. So yeah, I think the next thing we have to do is go ahead and raid a few of the unused bases. Some members of the kingdom have unfortunately died in the fight against Galgorath. It would only be respectful to take what they used and make sure their hard efforts didn't go to waste in this fight. So let's head over to some of those unused bases. So this was the first place that Jeffers said there was a base down here. He said Johnny's base was down here. Unfortunately, he was one of the people who died in the fight against Galgorath. So let's head down and see what we can find down here. Well, this looks like Johnny's base down here, and it is looking pretty nice. Let's see if we can find the front door entrance, or, oh, just down here. Perfect, an enchanting table. Let's see what else we've got down here. Another helmet, let's take that. Well, look at that. We're at the far side of Johnny's base, and it looks like there are actually a few diamonds down here in this lake that were never taken care of. I don't know if there's a reason for that. I don't know if they're supposed to be here still, but I don't see anything indicating that I shouldn't take them. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take these diamonds. See how many we can get. After raiding the bases of the people who had died in the fight against Galgorath, I returned to the location that Jeffers said I could stay until I had my own base set up. But we did manage to get quite a bit of loot that would help us along our way. We have a couple enchanted books, some workstations, a bunch of fuel, some enchanting tables, and 11 whole diamonds, as well as the ender chest in which we're keeping it. So in the end, it was really worth it to go and scavenge the other bases of the people who are no longer with us. I crafted myself a set of diamond boots giving me full diamond armor, which would be necessary in the fight against Galgorath. So I decided to head to Old Town, the location where I could buy rockets that could stock me up, and I'd be able to use my elytra. Alright, we're coming up on Jeffer's base here, which is going to be the fastest way to get to Old Town. I think we'll probably just head that direction a little bit, and then take a boat all the rest of the way to the town. As I pull up to the shore, I can see in the distance signs of life, possibly Old Town. Well, this definitely looks like Old Town. Let's see what we've got here. This must be the rocket shop Jeffers was telling me about. Let's take a look inside. It said 1 diamond for 1 stack. I'll probably only take 3 stacks for now because I'm running low on diamonds. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything else of use in this town currently. Let's hop into the nether portal right here next to the rocket shop, and we might be able to try out our wings for the first time. Alright, we've got our elytra on, and we've got rockets in hand. So let's try this out. Oh yes, I've missed this a lot. So much faster than walking or going around using those rail lines. Alright, well, flying around in the nether, it looks like we've got the advancement hot tourist destinations, which gave us a ton of XP. So you know what, we might as well just enchant our elytra right now while we're still alive. Well, that is definitely more like it. We've got ourselves a fully enchanted elytra and full diamond armor. So now we can fly around the nether like no one's going to be here to stop us. Well, we made quite a bit of progress here today in the lands of Nasfordan and are now one step closer to being able to defeat our mortal enemy, Galgorath. Now, I know he's still trapped in that crystal that we saw at the beginning of the episode, but like Jeffers said, there might be some people around who would feel like it's better to take him out of the crystal and use him for their own personal gain. So we better watch out for those people, make sure nothing like that happens. And in the meantime, while we're protecting this land, we need to make sure to come up with a plan to defeat Galgorath once and for all. For now, I'm going to be spending a little bit of time in this lovely little base here. There seems to be enough livestock. There's some cows here and then some sheep on this side. So yeah, next time we're definitely going to be trying to maybe go after one of those swords that we still need to get, and seeing what else we can do in order to stop Galgorath once and for all. But that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel before you go, and I will see you in the next one back here in the wonderful land of Nasfordan.